Hi, and welcome to this week's Friday Focus. How often do you should yourself or shouldn't yourself? So I've just had this situation myself. My son is actually off with COVID this week. He's not particularly poorly, but obviously he can't go to school. So this time of day, I would normally be doing the breakfast, doing the school run. And because I don't need to do that, I didn't have anything to do. So I just sat and enjoyed the moment. But I didn't really enjoy the moment, just sat relaxing because my brain was going, oh, I should be doing something. I should be working, or I should be looking after the boys, or I should be doing something. And whenever we put should into a sentence, it always makes us feel bad. It never makes us actually feel good. And we're arguing with reality. We're not actually, in that moment, we're not accepting what is truly happening, what is actually happening. And I just wonder how many of you are doing this. Because if I'm doing it, everybody's doing it. But how often do you find yourself saying, I should be different. I should be a different size. I should help them out. I shouldn't be this lazy. It shouldn't be this hard. I should be kinder. There's so many. I shouldn't have this emotion. I shouldn't have this experience. They shouldn't talk to me like that. They should be different. And whenever we say that to ourselves, the only person that's actually having a negative impact on is us. And when you just accept that, okay, so I was sat earlier and I was thinking I should be doing something. So when I thought I should be doing something, I felt antsy. I didn't relax. I didn't enjoy the moment. I was busy shoulding myself. So I wasn't present. I was all up in my head, spinning all the things I should be doing. And the only person that affects is me. So I just took a moment and I just thought, hang on a minute. Who says what I should be doing? Who decides that? I decide that. I get to decide what I should be doing. And right now, I am choosing to sit and just relax for a moment. There is no should involved in that. That is what I'm doing. And if I think I shouldn't be doing it, well, I'm just arguing with reality because that is what I'm doing. So then what happens is you just sort of, when you stop arguing, when you stop fighting the reality, then you can just sort of calm down a little bit. You can relax. We don't have to keep arguing. We don't have to add more tension onto it. And especially if you think people shouldn't be doing something, they should be different. But they're not. They're not different. And when you're thinking they should be, you just feel bad. And then what do we see you doing when we feel bad? You reach for something external to feel better. You need a glass of wine, or you need some chocolate, or you buy yourself something to feel better. Only that doesn't work either, because the person's still doing what they're doing. And so it doesn't work. Shoulding yourself and shoulding others just makes you feel rubbish. So just notice over the course of this week how many times you argue with reality, how many times you fight against what should or shouldn't be happening, and how different you experience that when you just drop into acceptance and you just, I'm not saying you have to like the situation, but if it is happening, then it should be happening. So then you could just breathe, calm down a little bit, drop into that acceptance, and from there decide what you want to do, what you choose to do. Because there's nobody telling you what you should or shouldn't do. There is only ever what you want to do and what you choose to do. And if it's other people's behaviour, you can't control them, you can't change them, but you can control yourself. And you can change how you're thinking that will make you feel differently. So just notice this week, how many times is should in your vocabulary? How many times are you having that conversation, that dialogue, that things should be different? And then just notice how rubbish that makes you feel. And choose to then accept reality and go, okay, this is happening. How do I want to experience it? What do I want to do? Because that's your control. That's where your power lies. You always have a choice. Have an amazing week, and I'll speak to you again next week. Bye.